everybody, it is Tay Whiteside here at Lift Arc Studios, out here in the fabrication shop, or what is starting to become the fabrication shop. It's very early on in setting up, but today I'm working on a project that I am building for one of my mom's clients. My mom is an interior designer here in Roanoke, and one of her clients needed some custom metal table bases for some end tables in their son's room, bedside tables in their son's room. The tables were originally made to be floating, hung on the wall, but they moved, got a new house, and on either side of his bed now, there are windows, so the bedside tables can't be mounted to the wall. They need bases. Another wrench in the works is that the bed frame, the bed platform, sorry, I can't talk, has drawers that come out of it. So a typical bedside table with a normal base would not be able to sit next to the bed because the drawers have to come out. So what I've been designing is a C-shaped frame. So this is the existing top with a drawer, and then the frame will be a giant C, so that the table is here, the base is here, and the drawer is able to come in and out of the base. Okay, day two, back on these custom C-shaped side table, bedside table bases. Yeah. And we got to a good checkpoint yesterday. Got all the frames welded up and ground down for the most part. I'm still gonna come back and hit this with an orbital sander. We are going to finish these in an oil rub bronze finish, which is basically black, but with like little tints of gold and brown to match the hardware in the customer's house. But today's goal is to mount these strips along the underside of the top. So these strips are gonna allow me to attach these bases to the existing, formerly floating bedside tables. And then this gap in here is so that the drawer that is under the bed and the bed platform can pull out with this table right next to the bed. So it's coming along good. This was, you know, a day's worth of work, and I probably have another full day to finish this stuff, do all the prep for painting, and then go actually figure out how to do the finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and weld all these tabs on and do some sanding, and then we'll see how the finish goes. What's happened so far. Got everything fabricated, got all the welds ground down, actually went over the whole piece with an orbital sander and 120 grit sandpaper, just to even out grinder marks and everything. Whatever's left will be fixed after we put on the primer. We'll give it a quick sand with wet sandpaper once we cover the primer, so it'll we'll get rid of tiny little scratches like that. But yeah, now it's finish time. So the plan is to match an oil rub bronze finish, and we're gonna start with a dark gray primer. We're gonna do a metallic gold coat over that, and then we're gonna use the actual store-bought oil rub bronze finish. But then to expose the golden edges, we're gonna sand through that top coat a little bit to expose the gold on the corners and the edges, and gives it that cool antique look. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna start cleaning it with turpentine, wiping it down. We'll hang it somewhere in the shop, and then we'll go nuts with the finish. So here we go. Okay, so here's the plan. Last day on these table bases, and it's time to sand through the oil rub bronze layer and expose the gold layer. And I've already tried it here. It's working out great. Take a little, this is 320, get it wet. The water helps it not tear off the paint. And then you just lightly expose the gold. And then when you wipe it, there you go. So I'm gonna do both of these randomly, do the random edges and corners, and probably have to clear coat. What do you think, Steve?
I'll wait for you.
Go!